Hey guys, this is the Shitsky, and I'm here with my review of Over the Limit. Obviously, I wasn't too pleased with this pay-per-view. I said in my predictions video that I didn't think it was going to be a very good pay-per-view because a lot of the matches just wasn't enough build-up in them. There's a few good ones, but the majority just they either weren't long enough or they just lacked excitement. So let's get started here. Rey Mysterio versus R-Truth was the opening match, and yeah, this one was it was okay, but it wasn't great. There's not really a feud there. I've said it before. Mysterio took an advantage early with high flying and speed and quickness. He took R-Truth to the outside, hit him with a flying Hurricane Rana off of the apron. But then Truth took the advantage back into the ring. He got control of Mysterio. He took over for a little bit it really was a battle of high flying versus physical in this one, and it went back and forth for a bit. Mysterio was nailed. Sorry, not Mysterio. R-Truth was nailed with a bulldog off the top rope. Flying bulldog from Mysterio, which is a pretty good move. But the finish actually came when Mysterio got hit onto the ring apron, and then so he kind of sacked himself on the ring apron. Then R-Truth clotheslined him and hit. I think it was the lie detector. I'm not actually sure what that move is called. So Truth got the pin, got the 3 count, and got the win. Something to note after the match, there was no theme music for R-Truth because when he was a face, he just did his own music with the What's Up. Now that he's not a face, it doesn't work, so he doesn't actually have any ring music right now, which is kind of funny. Not a good match to start the card. It was kind of boring, to be honest with you. Wasn't a whole lot of excitement in that one. It wasn't a very good match to start because the fans didn't really get into it that much. Next match on the card was Wade Barrett versus Ezekiel Jackson for the Intercontinental Championship. This match was not that great. Jackson worked over Barrett with power moves, a lot of forearms, a lot of punches. Then Barrett faked an injury, and then he used that to his advantage, and he started attacking Jackson. He used a little bit of power moves, got him down into the corner. Then he controlled for the next little bit. Then Jackson was able to get a little bit of control, but really all I put for this match was body slams, because that's all Ezekiel Jackson did. He did like 7 body slams. This guy doesn't do any moves. Jackson does a clothesline, like an elbow, and body slams. Like his repertoire of moves is atrocious. He does not have enough moves, and he's not entertaining to watch in the ring. Because powerhouses, you don't expect to have many move sets, but you got to do more than just slam the guy on the ground, because that's not going to win you a match. Like him going and throwing you on the ground. Like I'm not interested in watching that. Like I could watch some vintage like old school stuff and see that exact same shit, and then stuff that's more interesting because they're power wrestlers of old actually had better movesets. So yeah, that's really all Jackson did. And then the finish came when the core came out, and I called this and interfered and cost Jackson the match. It wasn't a good match at all, and then they just beat down Jackson. If this feud is going to work, they've both got to be able to do okay in the ring. And Barrett can do okay, like he can hold his own, but he needs to get... Jackson and Barrett need to work well together in the ring, and right now they're not doing that great. Their chemistry fighting together is not that great, and it's just bland and boring to watch because they have fairly similar powerhouse styles, but it's not very interesting. So yeah, that match wasn't that great either. Sin Cara vs. Chavo was not great either because freaking Sin Cara did I don't think Chavo got like 2 moves in the entire match. Like it was pretty boring. It wasn't boring because Sin Cara just like had some pretty entertaining high-flying moves. But it was boring because Guerrero literally, it was like Sin Cara was using him as a punching bag. Like, he had some pretty cool spots. He did like a corkscrew over the apron, like onto Chavo on the outside and landed on his feet, which was pretty crazy. He did an acrobatic scissor shot where he flipped on the outside and then hit like a head scissor. But he just completely dominated Chavo. And yeah, he pretty much shit kicked him all over the ring, left, right, and center with acrobatic moves. Chavo got in 2 or 3 moves, but nothing that really put him in control of the match. And Sin Cara pretty much dominated the whole time. And then he got did like a tilt-a-whirl slam. Cara's talents. Sin Cara did a pretty good job in there, but he botched his finisher. Like he botched the end of it. So Sin Cara's got to patch things up in the ring a little bit. His entrance got botched a few times, and now he botched his finisher. So he's just gonna work on that. This feud, I hope they carry on, but if they do, they've got to have Guerrero actually do something because he did nothing in this match. Next match on the card was Kane and the Big Show versus CM Punk and Mason Ryan. Again, this match wasn't really pay-per-view worthy, to be honest with you. Not much happened. Just power on power, pretty much, between Mason Ryan and Kane and the Big Show, and then Punk. Punk is really the only guy that was doing a little bit different. I didn't put too much down for this match because I had a little bit of lag on my computer, so it kept pausing. Pretty much it was just a lot of powerhouse, a lot of tags, and the ending came when Kane and the Big Show took Punk out of the picture and then hit a double chokeslam on Mason Ryan for the 3 count to retain the titles. This match was they gave it 1 week of build-up, so it wasn't really built up that well at all. I hope the Nexus disbands pretty soon because they've pretty much ran their course, kind of like the Core's pretty much ran its course too. So I hope that's the end of the Core and the Nexus. And I hope that Mason Ryan feuds with CM Punk because it really reminds me of Batista and Triple H there with Punk being Mason Ryan's mentor. And at the early part of the match, the crowd was actually chanting Batista, which is kind of funny. Brie Bella versus Kelly Kelly. I don't ever write down anything about the Divas because it's all about sex appeal and they can't wrestle with a goddamn shit. Brie Bella won. They just pissed me off as Divas champions. It's like a spit in the face to any Diva wrestler that has ever held the title, actually cares and can actually wrestle. Terrible match. Brie Bella won because the other one, Nikki, came in. Next match on the card was the World Heavyweight Championship between Christian and Randy Orton, and this match was really good. This was a match of the year candidate for sure. Really good. This was a phenomenal World Heavyweight Championship match. I would have rather this have been the main event than the I Quit match. The fans were into it the entire time. They were mixed. There was chance for Orton and there was chance for Christian. Back and forth. So Christian, Orton got the early control. He got a few moves and hit a superplex from the top rope. He pretty much was in control of Christian till Christian hit a spine buster on Orton, which you don't see a lot. And then they kind of went back and forth, traded punches, bunch of reversals, and then Christian gained control by doing a flying headbutt off the top rope for a 2 count. Then Orton got back up and hit a backbreaker on Christian. Back and forth, a few reversals, or Christian reversed an RKO from Orton. A lot is still doing it. The fans at this point are still, half of them are screaming, "Let's go Orton." The others are screaming, "Let's go Christian." So really, really mixed reactions from the fans, but they were into it the whole time. Another really cool spot was when Christian tried to do that swing kick thing where Orton's in the corner and he tries to flip him with his foot, but Orton reversed it and did put him into that DDT from off the middle rope, which was really cool. And then Christian went for the Vintage Edge tribute by going for the spear, but Orton reversed it into a scoop slam, which was really, really cool. Nice reversal there. And then Orton went, Orton, it was weird because Orton showed his good side. He was going for a punt on Christian, but he kind of hesitated. He didn't want to do it. And then when he kind of started to move forward, Christian hit him with a spear. So that was interesting to see. It shows Randy Orton might be continuing on with that face change here. And then the finish came when Christian jumped over Orton. sorry, Christian was going for the kill switch on Orton, but Orton reversed it. Christian flipped over Orton and then proceeded to get hit with an RKO. So he jumped over him and got hit with an RKO for the 3 count. So Randy Orton got the pin to retain the World Heavyweight Championship, but a phenomenal match. Great in-ring work. The fans loved this match. Match of the night by far. Far exceeded any other match on this card. Amazing match. Phenomenal. And then at the end, a mutual handshake between the two men. So great match. Great show of sportsmanship. Phenomenal. And my videos tend to fuck up at 11 minutes, so I'm going to stop it here and be back with part 2 in a little bit. Make sure to watch that second part and be looking for it in about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll talk to you guys then.